brand new fall 2023 anime season begins in less than a month, with over 50 new anime shows airing all at once. Which one of them is worth your time? Well, to answer that question, I took a deep dive into every single fall 2023 anime to help you decide which one of these new shows are worth watching. Starting off with my most anticipated anime this season, Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a fantasy adventure show not quite like the others you've ever seen before. Instead of the typical narrative involving the Demon King and a chosen hero setting out on a quest, gathering allies to battle demons, Frieren starts where most tales end. The Demon King is already vanquished and our heroes return home in triumph. Their party, having fulfilled their destiny, disbands with a promise to reconvene in 50 years for a meteor shower. To Frieren, an elf, 50 years is but a moment. However, for her companions, humans and the dwarf, it's a significant portion of their lives. Upon their reunion, Frieren is confronted with the passage of time. Her comrades have aged and the hero, Himmel, soon succumbs to old age. Devastated by the unexpected and sudden loss of her closest friend, Frieren is forced to confront her regrets of missed opportunities to form deeper bonds with her now deceased comrades and embarks on another journey to better understand humanity and her own feelings. Having read all 100 plus chapters of the ongoing manga, this slice of life adventure series masterfully balances the bittersweet nuances of grief with moments of humor and epic fight scenes, making it a truly memorable journey. Up next, we have an action comedy adapted from the critically acclaimed Shonen Jump manga, Undead Unluck. Famous for its well-written story, intricate world building, and amazing character chemistry, the story centers around a duo whose dynamic is both crazy and complex. Fuko, one half of this compelling duo, possesses an unusual and tragic condition. Anyone who comes into contact with her is struck by extreme misfortune, even leading to fatalities. This curse has resulted in unthinkable personal losses, including the untimely death of her parents. Living with the weight of causing inadvertent harm, Fuko is tormented by the desire to end her own life, viewing it as the only way to shield others from her perilous touch. On the other hand, we have Andy, the undead counterpart. With an uncanny ability to regenerate from any wound, Andy also shares a similar wish to Fuko, to find a way to end his boring and eternal existence. Upon meeting and learning of Fuko's unique powers, he realizes that she might be the key to achieving his goal and kidnaps her to put his theory into practice. In this universe, individuals like Fuko and Andy endowed with special abilities are known as negators, those who defy and negate the very laws of the world. Their exceptional powers, however, paint a target on their backs, attracting the attention of the Union, an organization run by powerful negators in charge of policing those who pose a threat to society. Personally, I think if the adaptation is done right, this series is definitely one to remember, especially by fans who enjoy shonen anime in general. Number 3, we have the 100 girlfriends who really love you. And as you can probably guess from the title, yes, it is an harem anime, but it's also not quite like the others you've ever seen before. Rentaro is a middle schooler who has confessed to and been rejected by 100 girls in his lifetime. After his 100th rejection on his middle school's graduation day, Rentaro goes to a matchmaking shrine and prays to the shrine's god for a happy high school life by letting him get a girlfriend. To Rentaro's surprise, the god appears before him and tells Rentaro that he is destined to meet his soulmate in high school and that they will fall in love at first sight. However, due to the god's error, he accidentally gets 100 soulmates instead of one, and on his first day of high school, Rentaro accidentally bumps into 2 girls who immediately falls in love with him, and so begins his life's journey of getting 100 girlfriends. But here's the main twist on this story. Later on, the god also explains that those who have met their soulmates and fail to fall in love will die from various unfortunate events afterwards, which forces Rentaro to enter a polygamous relationship with all 100 of his soulmates. The best part of this show is that despite the generic setting and abundance of characters, you don't really feel like anyone gets left out from the well-written character developments, and the story really likes parodying and deconstructing many of the existing rom-com tropes with its meta humor, self-deprecating jabs, and straight-up absurd scenes that you can expect to see in every single episode, because the craziness just doesn't end once it starts rolling. Overall, this crazy rom-com harem series is definitely recommended, not just for those who like harem, but also worth giving a try for those who just want to watch an absurd comedy show. Up next, the Apothecary Diaries features a story set in a place inspired by ancient China. Raised and adopted by an esteemed pharmacist, Mao Mao is a young girl who is not only knowledgeable but also fascinated by poison and herbs. She has a habit of experimenting with different materials to observe their effects, including and especially on her own body. Together with her adoptive father, she works as a pharmacist in the red light district, but one day gets kidnapped and sold to the imperial palace as a servant. There, she is left with no choice but to quietly follow orders and work until her years of servitude are over. However, one day she hears rumors about an illness in the palace. Curiosity gets the better of her, and with her medicinal knowledge, she manages to solve the mystery, but catches the attention of an influential eunuch within the palace, who would then continue to bait her to assist with solving many more various court mysteries, with the promise of giving her rare medicines to fuel her dangerous hobby. Over the past few years, this series has consistently stayed in the list as one of the top 5 best-selling light novels in Japan, and I'm really excited to see the series in the animated format. Lastly, we have Ragna Crimson, an action-packed dark fantasy shonen series. This story is set in a world where humanity is constantly under the threat of annihilation by immensely powerful dragons. Our protagonist, Ragna, is a boy who had his parents killed by dragons when he was young and grows up to be an aspiring dragon hunter. However, there is one problem. He is extremely weak and finds himself constantly relying on his childhood friend, Leonica, a dragon hunting prodigy with superhuman strength, to do all the fighting for him. One day, Ragnar receives a haunting dream in which a dragon devastates his hometown, and Leonica sacrifices her life to shield him from a fatal blow. Shockingly, this dream turns out to be a premonition sent from his future self, originating from an alternate timeline where Leonica perished defending him. In this future, grief propels Ragnar into a relentless pursuit of vengeance, honing his skills to unparalleled levels but at the cost of losing everyone he cherishes. This older Ragnar then transfers his vast powers to his younger self through this dream, transforming him into a formidable dragon slayer. If you're looking for a show with a straightforward storyline, epic battles and well-developed characters, then this show is for you. With that being said, that was all 5 of my most highly anticipated new shows airing in the fall 2023 anime season. Which shows are you most looking forward to watching? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the comments down below. That's it for this video, thanks for watching until the end, and I will see you all in the next one.